friends. What am I up to today? Well, I'm camping. Let's try that again. Hello, friends. What am I up to today? Well, I'm packing for a little camping. This is actually going to be one of my longer camping trips. I have been paring all my gear down and getting it smaller and smaller from all my original camping stuff. Still not quite there yet, but we're getting there, close enough that I can take off for a few days pretty easily, which is what we're about to do. We are in the Olympic Peninsula, so we'll be doing a good chunk of the grip twister. What they call the grip twister. I'm just going to use that as a reference. I didn't use their maps. I like to just kind of go out and explore and find my own stuff. So I planned around some gas stations, got a little extra fuel, heading out with a couple of guys, and we're gonna go camp at Staircase Campground from there and explore towards the west. So right now I just got to go through some of my gear. There's no fires allowed, so it's going to be really interesting cooking this year. I do, of course, have some of the food that requires boiling water, and my plan for that is simply to use my exhaust pipe. I'm going to strap a water bottle, a metal, probably glass or metal, to the exhaust pipe and just heat it for the ride home, and hope that does the trick. But don't know if it will, so we'll get back to you later on that one. Now I could bring my own little portable stove, but actually my stove right now is not portable, and I really want to see if this would work. I've heard of other people eating burritos and stuff. There's even a burrito roll that you can roll tube that you can stick on top of your exhaust pipe. And besides that, I've gone with pretty much cold cut stuff. I've got some canned meats, some crabs, some smoked oysters, a lot of snacky stuff in here. I am gonna try to heat up some canned spaghetti also on my exhaust pipe at some point. And if worse comes to worse, that'll make a good sandwich too. Spaghetti sandwich. Got some trail mix in here, some water flavors. I have some donuts. Brought enough to share something with the guys. Oh yeah. Got the spam. Chicken Alfredo pasta. That sounds kind of good. Probably as usual brought more food than I need. A trait that was passed on to me by my mother. Condiments. Always need condiments. Don't want them in a spot where they can get squashed and end up all in your bag. So I got them in a nice little hard case from something or another that I saved there. I like to save little things. I got some PB&J in here. It might have a little THC in there, PB&J and THC. Whatever, that's all right. A little something extra. Yeah, some homemade cocoa powder stuff. Cacao powder, actually, I should say. A lot less sugar. I have my eggs. I already mentioned those though. Some cereal. I'm gonna do. So I have some canned milk, like some dehydrated, or I have some dehydrated milk too, like some powder. I'm gonna mix those in some water. Hopefully do cereals for breakfast. My plan to get my fruits and vegetables in is Bloody Marys, and I found some of these cool little fruit and oatmeal cans that look like they'd be pretty decent. The oatmeal's already been sitting in a liquid for quite a while. gonna be curious is my weight. So I'm still on the stock shock, rear shock. And as everybody talks about, they are pretty darn spongy. So later on we'll go get our weight at the scale done and see what we're looking like. Luckily, since we're gonna be camping in one spot and exploring out from there, I can drop all of this weight at the campsite. Clothes, small towel, and pillow, or they become a pillow at night, so I don't have to bring an extra pillow. I'm also sleeping in a hammock, which I swapped over to a couple years ago. As long as you're in nice warm conditions, it's less to pack than a tent, but if you're getting into colder weather, you need an underquilt, and then at that point, I think it does become more gear than a tent. So, comfort-wise, though, yeah, I'm not gonna need it, but in Washington State and the Olympic National Park, it's always better to bring your rain tarp. Better safe than soaking wet. Some beefy steaks, man. These things are like, you're never gonna bend those. A little extra weight, but I get so tired of bending steaks, and I'd rather have the steaks when I need them than be makeshifting some wood. So, I mean, that's probably like a good 1.5 pounds. Extra batteries, extra rope, extra tie wire, a few extra things for the tent wise. Flashlight 1. I also have a headlamp and another little flashlight somewhere. I think it's actually in the food bag. Man wipes, or baby wipes, or whatever. Always needed. Good smelling stuff. Even though we can't have fires, it's always a good idea, just in case we could have something happen. You need a lighter. It also has some multi-tools, scissors and knife and a screwdriver in there. Of course, you need all your bathroom stuff. And I don't know if this is exactly a bathroom thing, but playing cards are, always a nice thing to have. Especially since we can't really sit around the fire and, hang out too much. You can throw up a lantern. Still have a little fun at the campsite. Even though most of our time will be spent riding, of course. Some glasses. They are both my goggles, and if I want, they have sunglasses lenses in them, so I know they're kind of small, but they actually do work quite well, and they give you more air, keep all the dust and bugs out. Those are my military sand glasses. And let's see, you gotta have some shoes, of course. Those need to make it into the bag now. More stuff for battery charging there. And some micro SD cards for the camera. Of course, you've got to have a big ass knife because that's not a knife. This is a knife. Useful for cooking and things like that. I do have, some smaller utensils that I'm also bringing. Knife, fork, all that good stuff. Let's see what else do I got. Not missing anything? Got a hat in there. Sleeping bag, tent poles, tarp poles. I mean, that doesn't seem like much stuff, does it? Oh, I guess I do have this. This will help out. I do have a small tool thing I'll be putting up, so. But however, I'm not bringing much tools either. I know that my buddy has a lot of the tools. This I like to keep on me. You never know when you gotta go. And while you may be able to find some nice soft leaves out there, I just, prefer some good old TP. So some tools that you'd want to have on you, all the stuff for small nuts, bolts, fixing, small stuff like that. Get a close up of this here. I've customized these to my bike. I mean, no matter where I go, I like to have a little bit of Loctite with me, of course. I've also got, some extra chain in here, even though I don't have my chain breaker, so it's so small. It's another thing I need to add is a chain breaker at some point. This is a little fluids funnel that I made myself out of some of that cooking plastic stuff. Love it at home, anywhere you go. If you ever have to mess with any fluids, it's just nice to have. Say I could put some oil in or something. My oil access it's a little recessed. I would probably use this. Use it at home for getting oil out, and it's really amazing because with that skid plate down there, man, it just collects all the oil. Also in here we have some camera stuff, so don't really need to go into that too much. But what I do want to mention is a power pack. Power pack, no matter what, you've got your USB hookup so you can charge from the motorcycle, but when you're at camp, it's nice to have something to charge your batteries with or whatever. So what I do is I actually strap that into my phone mount while I'm riding around during the day and recharge it back up. And then everything else I can easily charge at camp instead of having to worry about leaving my motorcycle running to charge something or whatever. I've also got a bunch of medical and emergency and sort of supplies in here. I don't really know that I even want to pull that out. Sorry guys, it's really well packed in there. But I can tell you that I've got tie wires, rubber bands, zip ties, some cloth, some baby powder, some extra tie wire, I think I mentioned that already, extra bungee cord, some more tools, a multi adapter socket for like some of my bigger stuff, and if I need an extra steel stick. I don't have a tourniquet in there, some antiseptic stuff, band-aids, stuff to make a splint. I do have some tools packed in here, a wrench, and some things hidden away. That's pretty much it. Now the tools on here, it does add a little bit of weight to this. So you definitely want one that has some good chest straps, and mine has waist strap also. Really helps keep that weight distributed well. What else do I want on me? I think that's about it for things I'll need with me at the moment. It's nice to have some snacks in there. So I'll probably throw 1 or 2 snack bars in there in preparation. I know I'm going to want that anyways. When packing snack bars, you want to pack some that have a little bit more durability to them. These Aussie Bites here I love the Aussie Bites. Really healthy and good balance of things you need in there, but they get a little mushed. So if you can get something that's harder, It'll last better through the trip. And we won't really be too terribly far, you know, from gas stations and food. We'll probably stop off maybe even once a day and pick up a little something to eat. Kind of enjoy the towns that we're exploring and get to meet some people. Everybody always loves to talk to the motorcyclists. It's like when I was wearing my uniform out in town back in the day. People just always come up and talk to you, and it's awesome. I mean, it keeps you entertained, and you meet some very interesting people at times. You also get to meet a lot of other motorcyclists. That's just the great thing. Even though there is like some divisions, you know, people complain about Harley people not waving or whatever, and Harley people complain about everybody else not waving. But, you know, once you meet them in person, for the most part, they're all cool. You can hang out with them. They're, you know, anybody of any age, race, creed, orientation, it doesn't matter. If you're on a motorcycle, you're a motorcyclist, and you're cool to hang out with. Cool in my books, anyways. But yeah, so we're gonna get packed up and then head on down to the way station. But I think that's where I'm gonna cut this here for now.